Yeah, the market understand a common human's mindset. So it's important to think outside the box. So protecting your capital and putting stop loss in place are two most important things in this industry. Profit, trades, hours of trading, how many trades did you take, what's your win rate, lose rate. Nothing matters if you do not protect your capital and you're not putting stop loss in. So these two things are very important that you always want to keep in your mind when you wake up. We all are day traders, right? We all understand that how the markets are running, what's happening. And it's important firstly to understand that you should never ever invest something which you're not comfortable to lose, because this is financial markets. Nothing shared is a financial advice. You always protect your capital, yeah, and everything is for education first. Okay, you want to educate yourself, learn, and then take it further from there. Very, very, very important. Now, if you're someone who is not putting a stop loss in place, if it works in your favor once or twice, that does not mean that the next time is always going to go in your favor. The time when it's not going to go in your favor, all that profit percentage that you gathered, all the profit that you made, every single thing that went in your favor, everything goes out of the window because you did not have a stop loss. The market went completely against you. All your profits gone, all your balance is gone, and now you're ground zero. So that is the most important thing in trading. And another thing is, if you're someone who's not having, like, you have to have a dead end. Okay, you have to have a time where I'm not going to walk away, because if you don't walk away, the markets will make you walk away. I promise you that. They will make you walk away by taking everything from you. Very, very important. So when you wake up tomorrow and you're super excited that, okay, it's new week now, let's go smash it. Remember in your mind, protecting your capital, putting stop loss in place is the most important thing. Losing a trade is not a problem. Some moves do not go in your favor straight away. We experienced this week, I think it was on Tuesday, when the market literally, like, for the sell and the buy first, it did the drama. Do you guys remember? Let me drop a 2 in the chat box. Let me open the chat box again. Do you remember what the market did on Tuesday? The buy moved first, the pull back to 39.40, and then the sell. You guys remember, right? Like, it was crazy. So imagine in a market situation like that, not putting a stop loss. There you go. You all know it. You all know it. Let me close the chat box now. So it's important that when we wake up tomorrow and we are super excited and we're going to do what we're going to do, we understand that a blown account is not fine. A stop loss is okay. At the same time, we don't want to have a stop loss, right? I'm going to go again, and we don't want to have a stop loss at all. We want to just take profits. And I wish, I really wish that I could have, like, superpower to, like, just tell them, hey, listen, let us just quickly make money. Don't do fake outs. And then after we have made money, do whatever you want. I wish I could do that. But unfortunately, so far, I don't have that superpower in me. Maybe one day, maybe, you never know. But for now, it's important that we protect ourselves. We plan ahead before we just jump in. Okay, have stop loss in place. Have a plan in place. Okay, when you're trading, let me show you something. I've showed this in the past, but I'm gonna show it again. This is a trader's best friend. Let me share. Let me open this, and let's go here. Share screen. Have a look at this. Yeah, I've mentioned this many times in the past, and I want to go over it one more time real quick. Yeah, this is a website called compounddaily.org. You can search it on Safari or Google yourself, and you can literally go on there. You can say that, let's say that we're starting from tomorrow, and let's say that we've got US dollars. Let's say that we've got 1,000 in, and let's say that I risk 5% and compound daily. Let's just say that we look to compound that for, I don't want to say a month or two. I'm gonna say 6 months, because as I said in the beginning of the call, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a industry that pays really well if you master the mindset. The mindset, and then afterwards, once your mindset is mastered, marking the charts, how to do the support and resistance, everything becomes very easy. Very, very easy. So you want to have a plan in place. Okay, let's say 6 months, weekends, there's no trading. 100% we just compound it for now, and let's calculate. You can easily take that to this much capital. Now this is at a very high risk. Let's just make it a bit more reasonable risk. 2%, calculate. Even that in 6 months, that's extra money on top. I want you guys to be honest, and I want you to type in the chat box, what will an extra 12,000 in 6 months will do for you? You can pay for a car, you can pay for education, you can pay for your family, you can pay for whatever you want, you can pay for your mortgage, it will make difference, right? It will actually make some difference in your life. It's not like someone said divorce. Oh shit, this guy's upset. He's very upset. Oh. Okay. That was too funny. Someone said divorce. Like, my guy wants to make 12,000 and file for divorce. He's like, just take 6,000 now. I'll keep 6,000. I'm done. So you see, like, that extra 12,000 will actually do something, right? So what you want to do is, you don't want to take this industry as a gamble or a get rich quick scheme. You want to take this as it goes. And as you get comfortable, you can increase your risk to, let's say, 3%. And then 45,000. That will do even more, right? And then eventually more and more and more. When you're more comfortable and you get to learn and understand more, you can do this. It's not that many people in the world have done this. So if they can do it, they don't have 4 legs and 4 arms, right? They've got the same mind, same everything as you, 2 hands, 2 arms. The only thing that they've got is patience, and they do things properly, where they have a plan like this. And then another thing is, how many of you, I'm going to open the chat box again, yeah? And I want you to tell me honestly, how many of you have done this? 1 minute it's 0.10 lot, second minute 0.5, third minute 1 lot, then going down to 0.10. How many of you? Let me open the chat box. Just drop a 1 if you've been there. Me. Why? How can you think about it? Like, you're jumping. You're jumping from 1% risk to 100% risk to 2% risk to 10%. How? You're self-sabotaging it. Why would you want to do that? Right? And then people literally, like, they go crazy, and then I get messages that, oh, it's not going well for me, I'm not happy about it. And I tell them, walk away. Because I understand that position. And another thing, a very important thing is that, when something is not going in your favor, you need to understand and know at what point are you going to walk away. You have to. A losing streak or something, when something's not going in your favor, is the period when you want to take a break, step back. Just step back. Breaking a losing streak is very, very important. Because once you're in a losing streak, your emotions are now trading. You're not trading. It's the emotions that are trading. The emotions are now telling you, I need to get that money back. How many of you have been a victim of that? Drop a 2 in the chat box. How many of you, when you lost money, was not at that point trading? You are now telling yourself, your brain is telling you, I need that money back right now. There's no tomorrow. There's no another trade. There's nothing else. Yeah, I am not going to wake up tomorrow. This guy who wants a divorce, he is not waking up tomorrow. Yeah, let me stop the chat box now, right? The guy who was in the chat box said that he wants a divorce as soon as he makes 12,000. He's acting like he's not waking up tomorrow. No, it's not like that. You are gonna wake up tomorrow. There is another day, there's another trade. Okay, so a losing streak, when you need to understand a losing streak, because your brain works as how you tell your brain. You know, this is very psychological, and I will explain to you all in detail that in another session. Your brain operates on how you tell your brain. Your brain don't control you, you control your brain. Remember that. If you're telling your brain that you've lost a lot, you need to get it back, you're chasing. But if you tell your brain, okay, this is enough for me, I think I need to walk away and I will go again, that's perfect. And when you're in a position where, because look, I can talk about good times. I can sit here and talk about how much money I've made, what I've done, what amazing week we had, how much people made money, how much this person made, how much that person made. I can do that. But the main aim for this call is to help you all understand and prepare you for the timings where things go wrong. Right? When you start learning driving, they don't teach you how to just put the foot on the gas. They teach you to be careful on the bends, slow down, press the brake, change this, change that. It's because it's there to protect you, right? So it's very important that you do that. When you do these things, that's when it's gonna help you. That's when marking the chart, support and resistance, Fibonacci, volume, candles, everything comes into play. Okay, so from tomorrow, you want to have, and another thing is there's a saying, I will tell you this very clearly, without money, you can't make money. So you want to aim to have a decent account size. If you're chasing with 50, 100, 200, what's going to happen is you're going to see my screenshots or someone else's screenshots, and you're going to see crazy numbers, and that's going to then get you excited. You're going to think that I can do that too. And then before you know it, it's gone. Now you're ground zero again. You don't want to do that. Gradually increase your account size and have a goal in place. Have a goal that in 2 months, 3 months, I want to have a 10 grand account. And let me tell you one thing, yeah? Whatever you decide is done. In life, you decide whatever you want and you tell yourself that I'm getting that, is happening. The entire universe will put all the force and power to get that done for you. But you have to positively speak to yourself. At no given point, you are allowed to speak negatively. Do not ever speak negatively to yourself. Even when I lose, I keep a smile on and I just tell myself, I'm going to recover this. I'm going to get back from this. So you make this your life rule. Do not talk negatively to yourself. Do not talk negatively to your trading. Do not talk negatively about anything. Stay positive, and I promise you, you will see it will work in your favor. It's called positive affirmations. When you do these things, they actually work. When I wake up, I say to myself, I'm going to win. Very important. Alongside everything that you're doing, speak positive to yourself. At no given point, you are allowed to speak negative about yourself. Doesn't matter what phase of life you're going through. Doesn't matter what's happening in your life. Do not speak negative. Don't do it. I am telling you from experience, it will come true. Always positive. Okay? Now, I want to open the chat to if you have any questions. I hope did it all make sense? If it all made sense, just drop a 1 in the chat box. If you guys understand and you agree with this. You guys agree with this, right? It's all making sense. All these things, they are more important than just marking the charts. What confirmation, what's this, what's that? Everything is secondary, right? Mindset is the biggest thing. Okay, let me stop the chat box now. So now, let's jump right into the charts, okay? Let's talk about what is a support, what is a resistance. Understand that when you're looking for a trade, there's 2 key things, yeah? It's the support and the resistance. Let me give you an example, a real life example. Let's say you're constructing a building, yeah? In order for you to build another level or build a basement underneath, you need to establish a ground, right? A ground or a roof, so that you know that this is now going to be my area that I can walk on, or I can see what is the next place, or what is the next higher floor from here, because you can't just have one floor and all the way up. You need different floors. That's how buildings are built. So understanding a support and resistance allows you to then identify what can we build next. Okay, when a house's floor is broken, that means that we're going to have another basement. Or if the roof is broken, we're going to have another floor at the top. So it's important to identify every morning where is the support and resistance. Hence why, sometimes when a lot of people ask me that, hey, what do you expect the markets to be tomorrow? And I don't say anything. The reason being is, in Asia session, the market can broke either one and just do complete craziness. Now, whatever the support and resistance previously was there, it's no more valid. It's completely invalid now. We have to go again. We have to look for something else. And that's basically how it works. So now, let me share my screen and let me show you all something. Before I do one more thing, there's an app that I forgot to mention about. It's called Stinu. I'm going to write it down in the chat box, STINU. This is an app which is very, very useful. If you're a beginner or you're an advanced trader, Stinu allows you to calculate what your lot size need to be based off of your account size. Okay, if you're someone who's struggling to jump from 0.1 to 1 lot to 0.5 to 0.6 to 2 lots, you need Stinu to be your best friend. Yeah, there's a cost to it. I think it's about £20 in here, but it's definitely worth it. As you will grow, you will see Stinu will make your life a lot more easier. Stinu allows you to understand based off of the currency that you're trading, based off of your risk that you're taking, what lot size you need to use. Okay, very important. Mindset, compound interest, Stinu, key things. Very, very important, more than anything. If you're not following them, you're self-sabotaging everything that you're building. Because it does not matter if you're building profit or loss, eventually it's all going to go against you because you're not following these things, right? Now, the next thing. Let's jump back onto the charts now. So now, a support and resistance could be in many directions. Okay, it could be in a sideways, upwards direction. It could be in a completely upward direction. You will see support and resistance being created over and over again. Look at that, yeah. On Friday, we used this to the max. We used head and shoulders first. The entry from here for me was head and shoulders. Now, how to identify head and shoulders? That's another topic that I believe the next Sunday we'll do that. Not the next Sunday, but the Sunday after, we'll talk about head and shoulders. Yeah, this is a very good topic. I will explain to you and help you understand how can you identify patterns being formed, because every single minute talks a story. And when you understand how every single minute is playing out, you can make that work in your favor. So it's important to firstly identify how and what direction is the market going in. Let's just say that this area here, now it's very, let me open the chat box here. What is this area, this one here, yeah? I want you to drop in the chat box, what direction is this? This one. Drop in the chat box. Downtrend, bear market, downtrend, bearish, brilliant, very good. You guys understand that. If you guys understand that, you're already one step ahead, right? So now if you've identified that, what do we want to do now? We want to see the area where the market bounced a few times from, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this tool here. Of course, if you don't know, this website is called TradingView. You can have an account here. I've got a paid account, of course, but you don't have to have a paid account. And you can just make an account and you can play around with it. It's very, very helpful tool. Every trader uses TradingView. So you can go onto TradingView. Oops, wrong one. Let me close this. And then if you see the second column here, It helps you see and put a trend line, ray, info line, extended line, many things. But the main thing that you want to use is the trend line. Yeah. Now you want to mark it from where the market's been before. Let's have a look at this. And let's just say that you identified just till here. Yeah. Let me do a replay and go here. Yeah. Now we've kind of identified, firstly, how do we understand where the market has now broken a direction? Again, okay, I'm gonna open a chat box again. What is this? What direction is the market going in this area? Let me open the chat box. What is this? Uptrend, bullish, brilliant, absolutely amazing, very good. Now, when we've identified that this is a bull run, right? We take the trend line again, we mark the bottom, and we wanna. I personally like to use the area that has been rejected a few times. I don't like to just so in this scenario, I will like this. Actually, yeah, from here. Yeah, you see, it's rejected once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is now a support for me that the market's been rejecting off the back of it. And then at the same time, you always want to mark the resistance too. So let's mark that. Let's just do here. Actually here, there's been more rejection here. Yeah, this is the one. Yes, exactly. Look, so the reason why I'm marking this and not the higher one, why not this and these ones, is because these were clearly fake outs. And you want to use the area that is being rejected numerous times, not one or two or three times, a few times. That's the most important key area. And when the market breaks either area, that's when it's going to decide what it wants to do next. Now, in this scenario here, of course, you guys have seen what it's done, which it has is broken the support area, and now it's very clear that it's out of the trend, which was the uptrend, and now it's trying to create a new sort of pattern. Another very helpful tool to understand when do we think the pattern is breaking is this one here. Where did it go? Yeah, this is very helpful too. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So like this, you will see that every time you see, look at this, yeah. Elliott impulse wave, 1 to 5, A to C, correction, triangle wave. All these are here for a reason. If it was like the market's broken this area before, I would look for how many rejections has it done, what sort of Elliott wave has it formed, what has it completed so far. Now it was very clear to me that it's rejected from here over, is bounced in between about 5 times. Okay, can most likely potentially break out now. It could even do after three of these. 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 2, 3, and then from here it can break out, or it can do one more. And these are very helpful tools. I would highly suggest you to back test, go back and test them. Now I can see, according to the Elliott wave, it's rejected 5 times, it's bounced between over 5 times in this area, so it's more likely that it can break out now. Not always it will only do 3 or 5, it can even do 7. It's always working accordingly. Now we've identified that it's broken past the support of the uptrend, and now it's in a downtrend sort of area. So we've identified that over here it rejected, over here rejected, it rejected here, it rejected here. Now we have to wait for it to play. You see, this is the main confirmation, very important confirmation. This is very important. Now let's see what the market does. So consolidating. In consolidation, you want to, here you go. So now it's very clear that it broke that area, but that was a complete fake out. It did not want to consolidate. So now I have got a support. Let's see if it broke the support or did it bounce off of it. There you go. It bounced off of it right there. Simple as that. So it went to 23 and it bounced to 52. You see, 300 pip push up very nicely. So the market understood and identified at this point, I want to remove this. I don't want confusion. I will remove this too because it did not consolidate. It did not go in that. It's in a downtrend. So now over here, I'd look for my confirmation. How has it performed? I have to wait, and then off the back of how the volume and the performance has been around the support area, I will look for a buy now. Now let's say if we went in for a buy, what did it do? It shot up very nicely, 300-400 pips. And guess, let's see what it does afterwards. It's at the resistance now, rejected the resistance, and it's down. Let's see if it touches the support again. Let's see. There you go. Now we need to understand, is it a fake out or is it a break of a trend? If it retests that and it stays below, then it's a break of a long-term downtrend. If it comes back up, here you go. So it rejected there again. It retested at the top of the support, 49.05, went all the way to 49.30, 250 pips again. This is how powerful and useful support and resistance is. Let me ask you all in the chat box, is it all making sense? Drop a 1 in the chat box if it's all making sense. Is it all valuable? Are you learning from this? 1. Very good. Very good. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very good. Let me stop the command. There you go. So this is very, very useful. This is how valuable and important a support and resistance is. Okay. Now, I did a masterclass 2 weeks ago, and I shared so many more crazy things that were absolutely crazy. And I'm going to do another masterclass in April. And because these calls, they are, if I sit here and I want to explain everything, it's too much information and we will never be able to finish it. So it's very important that you educate yourself and you learn. You see, what you just saw right now was a very, very powerful tool. Was it? I want you all to now backtest this, and I want you to be very honest and drop in the chat box. Just say yes if you think that this is now going to help you trading. There you go. Now you understood and you learned a very valuable topic today. How important it is. What is it? Everyone asking me, how can you watch it again? Don't worry, I will upload it onto a academy because I am making an online academy. I want to give all the education and information out to you guys. I want to give as much as I can. So this sort of, what about volume? That's another very big topic. You see, this is why it's important for you guys to jump onto these calls, learn from them, and whenever I do the next masterclass, you do not miss out. I won't open too many spots. I will open a few, and you want to grab yourself a seat and be there and learn from it. Okay? So that was today's topic. I want you all to go and back test it. I don't want to long it out too long. It's been 45 minutes. I know it's Sunday evening. I know you want to spend your time with your family, but this is how you understand. Once you understand a direction, you understand the areas, and then off the back of that, you understand what is it doing, how is it reacting to that, use the Elliott waves, and follow through.